Captain's log, stardate 54121.3. The Excelsior is being posted to Deep Space 12, where I'll be taking command of the sector from an old friend, Jennifer Cole.
So Ian, how are you?
Could be better. Starfleet seems to think that throwing an inexperienced crew on a dreadnought with a veteran captain will make an exceptional crew out of them.
I know what you mean. So what is going on? Why would Starfleet put you out here in the middle of nowhere?
There have been some unconfirmed reports of alien activity out past the Briar Patch, maybe connected to the encounter I had during the war. The Excelsior is going out to check some regions similar to the McAllister Nebula where we were attacked.
Sounds like you're just jumping right back into the nightmare.
I've always believed in facing my fears, Jen.
I seem to recall hearing something about that, but nothing ever came of it.
Starfleet was too busy with Dominion politics to do a thorough investigation at the time. Besides, there wasn't much left of the alien ship to investigate. We didn't recover any of the alien corpses.
Wasn't Dr. Hengler a member of that mission?
He served under me for 3 years.
Well, the station is all yours, Captain. Oh, you might want to have maintenance take a look at that replicator. It's been giving me fits for the last 3 weeks. I'll be serving on the Angelus, so it's quite possible we might not see each other again for maybe another 10 years.
That's what Fleet is all about. I just wish you and Johnny had stayed closer.
Well, we wrote to each other from time to time whenever we could. But then we got our own commands and just drifted apart. Then it was too late.
Sometimes I think about what happened. My brother was smart, but he wasn't always careful. Those Dominion bastards killed him without thinking about it. I can't help wishing I'd been there to stop them.
Ian, there wasn't anything you could have done. There wasn't anything any of us could have done. I should know.
It's hard when you lose family.
The war affected us all. But sometimes you just have to let the past go.
I'm glad you and Janice are still around.
And there's another of our classmates around, too. You remember John Lane?
Yeah, the class clown, as I recall.
Well, I'd better be getting over to the Angelus. Take good care of my station, Ian.
Enter.
Captain, may I introduce Lieutenant Commander Jason Munoz. He'll be your new first officer.
Great. More kids on my ship.
With all due respect, sir, I am the best person for this job. All I ask for is a chance to prove it.
No offense, Lieutenant Commander. I've heard it all before. We're talking about a combat-ready Galaxy-class dreadnought here, not the flimsy space tug you probably trained on. I need someone who won't fold under pressure.
I've seen combat under Captain Wilcox. My record should speak for itself, even without the captain's recommendation.
Captain Wilcox's recommendation got you this chance. It's up to you to keep it.
You won't be disappointed, sir.
We've completed the rest of the assignment changes. I put our best people on the Excelsior.
I want all personnel to review the information we have about the attack. Then set up a meeting for 0700 tomorrow.
Isn't that a little early, sir?
Not in my book, Commander. Make it happen.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Munoz, I want you to go over to the Excelsior and start overseeing things. The ship's brand new and she's still being put through the hoops.
Get acquainted with the crew. You need to earn their trust even more than you need to earn mine.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, I think I'll pay a visit to that Iconian fellow. How do you pronounce his name? Ravan?
Raven, sir.
Just so.
Come in.
Raven?
That is correct.
I've heard good things about you, Raven.
I've gone over those files you wanted me to. I have some rather unsettling news. They're called the Grey Confederacy. It's a collection of genetically engineered species run by a powerful psionic race known as the Ethereals. They were the mortal enemies of the Iconians, and it was they who bombarded the Iconian homeworld into oblivion.
You said the Grey disappeared several thousand years ago, but no one knows where they went?
That is correct. The Grey are an elusive race who come out of hiding to attack a civilization or to abduct an individual and then go back into hiding. All of their species are long-lived and can serve the Grey for centuries before having to be replaced.
With their attack upon us in the McAllister Nebula, it would appear they've decided to take a more direct approach.
If the Grey have decided to take an offensive tact with the Federation, they may be unstoppable. Even the Iconians were incapable of such a feat.
No offense, but the Iconians were destroyed by the Grey over 2,000 years ago. I think we've advanced a little since then.
What you fail to realize, Captain, is that 2,000 years ago, the Iconians were more advanced than the Federation is today.
We've defeated the Borg and the Dominion. I think you'd be surprised at how resourceful the Federation can be.
So what's the connection between the nebula and the Briar Patch?
I suspect it could have something to do with their biomechanical hull plating. Both the Briar Patch and the McAllister Nebula have high concentrations of metaphasic particles, which could increase the strength of their hull plating. If they leave the patch, they could become more susceptible to damage from an attacker.
We'll work from that hypothesis. Our goal will be to lure the Grey out of the patch in any confrontation we have with them. In the meantime, I'd like to pursue peaceful and diplomatic resolutions to this situation. We need to establish a dialogue with them if we're going to get anywhere.
First olive branch?
Something like that. Raven, I want you to work with Counselor Elbury on such a concept.
Sir, it's a waste of time. The Grey do not negotiate. They do what they want, they take what they want.
We have to be able to order their surrender, don't we?
As you wish, Captain.
Also, I'd like you to provide Dr. Henglar with all the information you have on the different species that make up the Grey Confederacy. He needs to be ready for anything.
I'll forward that information to you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Mr. Munoz, I need that status report on the Excelsior. Hop to it, number one.
Right away, sir.